Okay guys, we're gonna just run you through this little section around by the sea. So there's a lot to think about. The first one is there's lots of grip on the rocks, so you've got to just be prepared for that bike to grip. When it's flat on them rocks, it'll just keep gripping forever. And the other one is the loose stuff. You've got loose stuff coming in here, so I've just got to give it a little bit more throttle to compensate for the loose pebbles. Make sure I'm over that step. It looks small, but you've got to make sure of that type of stuff. So I'm going to come nice and wide, make sure I'm wide here so I can turn in and get the line first time. I did walk it before I rode it, so I know where it goes. You've got to turn in tight, then I'm lined up for the next bit. Just come and have a look at the line there. It's important to turn on them too wide at all. If you come in too tight, you're going to be going out into the water there. So straight across, flexing the legs. We've done that one before. Touch front wheel, compress, help the back wheel across that gap. And then I'm just going to go straight. I'm not going to try and turn for the next bit. Make sure I'm onto this one. Front wheel onto here, that basic lift around, get my foot on that one, square it up. I know there's lots of grip on there. I don't have to be perfect on that one because that's grippy as well. You can see knobbly rocks. It's going to hook up onto here. I don't need to be a lot of speed, and I can stop on here and pull away with the grip. Just got to lean back, make sure it rises up. So tension on the bars, leaning back. I know the front wheel's going to rise up. It's going to clear this hole. You've got to be a bit careful here. You can carry it long, or you can drop onto these two. Safer just to carry it long, make sure you're over. Might not be tidy, but make sure you're over it. A little bit loose here. You can carry a little bit of speed, because if you stop on these type of corners, just make sure you're well past it, because if you stop short, it's just going to spin up and dig a hole, and then you're hooked up on this. Just make sure you're well past it, then do your turn. You can flow a little bit on this one, a little bit of float in the front wheel, touching, using the legs, arms and legs. And I got it a little bit off balance here, panicked with that big hole, but you can turn it in early. It's quite hard to turn because there's so much grip. Sometimes turning on the rock's quite hard, so you just got to turn early in some places. It's a little bit higgledy-piggledy here. Run that technique of front wheel wide, back wheel on the line, front wheel wide here, just carry it a little bit. You can pull it round with a foot, get it straight. It's a bit tight here. Going to stop there, tight on the footrest. Pull up on the front, footrests are higher, and then there's a hole here as well, so I've got to pull up, carry it, drop the front, hold pressure with the forks. Hold pressure there, you're ready to lift for the next one. Loads of grip again, lean back. Little bit of gas, slip in the clutch. You can slip the clutch. I'm actually on a 250 on a 13.2 sprocket, so it's really slow off the bottom, so I've got to give it an extra bit of clutch to keep the revs pulling up this rock. Drop the front nicely. If you can, roll into the next bit. Boom, 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 boom. You can roll, roll, roll onto this bit. Stop again. Get yourself lined up. Hold pressure on the rock. Again, a little bit wet here, so got to be a bit careful. Make sure the pressure's on the rear tyre. It's going to grip again. I can float the front wheel around this one. Pressure all on the back. I can have a foot down, but the pressure's got to be on the back wheel. Just get again, clutching, clutching, clutching. Make sure it's up. So clutch, clutch, clutch is quite steep, lots of grip though. Make sure it's pulling on the clutch. You don't want to stall at this point. Again, hanging back, so you've got tension on the bars and the front wheel's floating nicely, and you know it's just going to keep going. Make sure you're up. Bit higgledy-piggledy, a bit of pushing and pulling. That technique of using the suspension, actually pushing and then bouncing the rear round as well. Just enough so I can turn into it. It's not going to be perfection on this bit. There's so many little holes and stuff. You just kind of go with the bike. Again, line for the front, go past the turn. You try and turn too early, you're going to be into this. Go past it, float the front, back wheel comes around nicely. Drop it down. Little bit scary this part. bit of a drop, you know, for your feet when you can't reach. So just taking my time, holding pressure, manoeuvre in the back where I really need it, where I'm really 100% happy, and then everything compressed, and then a quick pull up on the bars. You've got to really pull quick so the back drops low quickly. You don't catch the engine on that. You've got to pull up quick. Again, lots of clutch, and it's going to grip when I'm on there, so pretty confident. Just past that point, I'm safe. Lean it that way. It's always better to lean into it. Don't want to be going that way. Line it up, nice and straight, quite steep, but I know slip the clutch, it's just going to grip forever up this bit. Quite confident, no loose ones, just boom, boom, boom. Slip, slip, slip the clutch, and then you're on to the top, and then you've got to go back the other way.